Tonight's Gooder Entertainment production is brought to you by The Chopping Block, Minotti Woodcrafters, Pinkerton's Pit Barbecue, Texas Oil Dogs, JB Waterwells, All Fired Up Barbecue Cook-Off, Texas Original Charcoal, the Briscoe Ranch Cook-Off at the Crossroads, Smokin Magic, Texas High Roller Events, Laredo Roofing Solutions, Navy SEAL Danny Dietz Memorial Classic, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, The Barbecue Store, Mr. Keen Sharpening Service, Cosmos Q Products, Half-Fast Cookers, Damn Yankee Texas Barbecue, Rectag, Quattro D Drum, We Branded Promotions, Texas Barbecue Badge, and Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics. Thank you for supporting the So Smokin Gooder Show.
The So Smokin Gooder Show. There's a lot of gooder. There's a lot of things that are gooder. They're better. They're gooder. I say they're gooder. They're the most goodest show that there could be. The So Smokin Gooder. Wow, what a good! Has there been a gooder show? I don't know if there's ever been a gooder show than the So Smokin Gooder Show. Wow, what a show! Iran's not having a show like So Smokin Gooder Show. What a beautiful show! There's never been high definition like this going on in this. What a great show!
Hey, we got any more beer in here?
Hey there, everybody. This is Aaron, the Retro Guy, host of the Morning Roast Radio Show, and you're locked in to the So Smokin Gooder Show. Give it to them, fellas.
If you're gonna put it in the box, put it in the box.
And stamp it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Cosmo, and you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show. So grab a drink, park your ass, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing.
My name's Greg Minotti with Drop Time Smoke, and you are watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Hey, what's up, Gooder Gang? I'm Curtis McBlain.
And I'm Andrew Stewart.
And we're the Mullet Shakers from Atkins, Texas.
And you're watching the So Smokin Gooder Show.
Mullet shake, mullet shake.
Hey, how about that? How about that?
Hi guys, I'm Sonza Via Barbecue. This is you, and you're watching So Smokin Gooder Show.
Are you ready, Gooder Gangsters, for the So Smokin Gooder Show?
On your marks, get ready, let's go. Are you guys ready for the So Smokin Gooder Show? Pull up a chair and grab yourself a brew. Let's get together with the Gooder crew. Rob and Ty are your gangster guys with a special guest or two. Where we talk comms, brews, and barbecue. So before we start, are you ready or not? So Smokin Gooder Show. So Smokin Gooder Show. Are you ready or not? Barbecue topics that are hot, hot, hot. So Smokin Gooder Show. So Smokin Gooder Show. Pull up a chair and stay wild. Gooder crew, that's the style.
Yes, what is up, Gooder Gang? Jamie Robey's in the house already. Look at that. What is up? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the So Smokin Gooder Show. You guys and gals know what time it is. It's a little after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, and you guys know where to be. That is right here, watching the very best barbecue show on these here interwebs, along with my man, producer Ty. We're going to bring you a great show. And again, shout out to our media maestro, Art Gonzalez. He is in the comments tonight, but he's a big part of this show, producing some really cool content for you guys and gals. Speaking of that, I do have to talk about sponsorships. It's not over yet. You are still welcome to sponsor. I've had a great interest in this, and we are actually going to thin the herd. Not everybody's going to be included that wants to, because we've had a great response to this, and I'm going to ride with the people that have been riding with us for quite a while. But if you are interested, we'd still like to talk to you. Maybe we could do something on that front. But you are welcome to email the show at rob@bullhornbbq.com. We would love to talk to you about something, doing something, partnering with the show in some capacity, way, or form. All right. Enough of that. Another thing that I had the pleasure of doing this past weekend, I got to go to Austin, Texas, and work for the World Food Championships. Yes, they hired yours truly as the host of the Walmart Barbecue Battle, sponsored by McLaren Farms in association with the World Food Championships. What an amazing time out in Austin, Texas. It was hot as all get out, as you can imagine. Summertime here in Texas. It was hot, black asphalt, but a good time was had by all. Again, we were in Austin, Texas. We had Reggie Q out there. We had Kirkendall's Barbecue, Lee Hickle. We had Robert Shadle, Bridget Ribsam, Jackie and Tim Milligan, Mandy Robles, John Segura, Paul and Bell Clark, Peter Armandaris. I feel like I'm missing one.
The last time you forgot Jackie Milligan, was it Jackie Milligan?
Was that 10? It might have been 10, but they were 10. I did mention Jackie Milligan. Thank you, Ty. I did mention Jackie Milligan. There's somebody on my left side that I am forgetting. It's okay. It'll come to me if I don't think about it. Anyway, it was a great time. It was a wonderful time. It was hot, like I mentioned, but I freaking killed it out there. It was great. I was a wonderful host. Thank you, Ty. Let's pat myself on the back, shall we? No, but it was a great time. Thank you to Mike McLeod. Thank you to Terrell Miller. Thank you to everybody with the World Food Championships. Thank you to Walmart, everybody involved. Thank y'all for having us out there. It was a great time. What an amazing competition. Lots of amazing entries were had. McLaren Farms provided beef tenderloin for everybody. They served the public. There was a People's Choice Award. Shout out to Reggie Q, Vincent, and Joyce. They won the People's Choice Award, so they had the best bite of the day, according to the people. But the celebrity judges, Madison Booker, Brianna Preston, Trey with Trey's Chowdown. We had Harry Sue out there, and then Jason from McLaren Farms. They were the celebrity judges, and they picked the best entry of the day. And shout out, spoiler alert, because it's going to come up in the wrap-up recap, but spoiler alert, how about Jackie Milligan, Tim and Jackie Milligan with Team Chupacabra, throwing down a Thor's hammer with some amazing sides. They killed it. They had the very first perfect score in World Food Championship Walmart Barbecue Battle history. So shout out again to Jackie Milligan. I don't know if she's in the she is in the comments. But what an amazing entry. They killed it. Shout out to everybody that competed, because every entry was awesome. What is that, Ty? I don't even know what that is.
That's Jackie Milligan's song that got banned.
Oh, Jackie Milligan's song. We got walk-up songs on the show here. I like it. But now, what an amazing event entry. What an amazing event. You may see me at the World Food Championships in October. There's talk. That's how well it went for us out there. So anyway, shout out to that. Our 9-year anniversary is coming up next week, but we're going to do a special show. I reached out to Grant Pinkerton. He hasn't seen the message yet, but he's also talked to me prior. He's like, I need you out at the restaurant to do a show from there. So I think we're going to go to Grant Pinkerton's restaurant sometime this month and do a 9-year anniversary show on a weekend, probably a Friday, maybe a Saturday. So if you're local to Houston and you are not cooking an event, I would like to invite you, producer Ty, we'll hook up on schedules, but I'd like to invite you to come out to see our 9-year anniversary show. It's going to be great. Maybe we'll get Ty out there. Maybe we get Jay Bird out there. We'll see who shows up, but it's going to be good. 9 years doing this show. Yeah, that's 7 of 17 was when we first started this show. And so that is coming up this week. We're going to be celebrating 9 years on the show, but we'll have a special show local. If you're in the Houston area, you're welcome to come out. In fact, I encourage you to come out. We'd love to see you out there. But if you're not, obviously, we'll be able to do this show live like we do each and every weekend. Ty, get in here, my man.
Yes, sir.
Brother.
I'm watching the World Cup, fucking USA 250. I was talking to Jamie in the green room there. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. If I'm going to need the Gooder gang, I'm going to need Ty. Y'all need to keep me abreast of what is going on. I know it's 1-0. We're at halftime, right? Still 1-0.
Oh, they're back on the field now.
Oh, they're back on the field. Okay.
Yeah.
1-0 USA is up on Bosnia. So hopefully by the end of this show, they'll be going to the round of 16, which is pretty awesome, pretty exciting. I'm not a big soccer fan, but I am getting into the World Cup. And I also have in the past years gotten into the World Cup. So this is a lot. This is pretty exciting. Anyway, keep me up on the score, Ty. All right.
Well, I definitely will, but I'm excited to have these guests on freaking like IBCA Team of the Year #1, Team of the Year #2. I mean, Art's doing videos for it. I'll play it whenever you're ready.
The grand champion and the reserve grand champion. But you know what we got to do, Ty, before we do any of that, we got to give some love to the Gooder gang. Let's do it right now. First in was Daddy Dutch. Good evening, gent. Next in was Larry Vaughn. Afternoon from North Jersey. What's up, Larry? How are you, my man? Kevin Hernandez. My pits are burning. What's up, What up, homies? Teresa Edmondson, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. What's up, Teresa? Redheaded cookers right there. Mr. Keen, the only man that does the super chat. Thank you, Mr. Keen. You are welcome to tip the show. If you like what we do, what Ty does, what Art does, what I do, you're welcome to tip the show like him and put a super chat in there. That goes to the top of the line right there. What's up, Jimmy? How are you, my man? This new sticker about to drop. Ask me next time you see me and I'll give you one. He's got a sticker coming out. I like it. Colin McElrath, Texas Barbecue Bash gang. What's up? Lance Bracco. I think I'm going to say your name. What's up? Gerald Johnson, burning my money. What's up, gang? How are you? Joppa 6225, morning team. What is going on, my buddy? Morning. Where are you at, Joppa? Art. There's Art right there. Oh, yeah. What's up, Gooder gang? What's up, Art? Donnie Howard by 7YP. What's up, Hose? What's up? What's your name? Bun 2072. Howdy, y'all. I like it. We got some new Jared McCrory. Evening, everybody. Barefoot Cookers. Lorenzo Rodriguez. What is up, my man? How are you? Lindsey Vinson. Shout out to Lindsay, our guest last week on the So Smokin Gooder Show. What's up, Chase? A boy named Sue. Meat Pimp in the house. What's up, Meat Pimp? Lorenzo. Brandon Perriman. What is up? Gooder gang. What's up, Brandon? How are you? Steven Lozano. What is up? How are you, my man? Chad Vasquez, good evening. What's up, Chaz? How are you? Bobby Delgado, Quattro D Drum Smokers, putting out some pretty badass patches. I saw that, Bobby. I need one of those, my man. Wear that on my sleeve, on my chest. What's up, buggers? Damn Yankee, Texas Barbecue. He's riding with the So Smokin Gooder Show. Thank you to Shane and Lacey with Damn Yankee, Texas Barbecue. Jackie Milligan, say what? Yes, say it all, Jackie. You killed it this weekend. What else we got? Stephen Pfeiffer, what's up, Gooder gang? I did get your message, Steve. I was busy working, but I did get your message loud and clear. As Chef Tongue says, heard. Matt Casper, Rapsack Barbecue, what is up? Cesar Mejia, she's famous. I saw her on TV last night. Yes, Jackie Milligan is all over the social and all over your screens. Are we huge congratulations, Jackie and Tim. Yes, up. AJ George, what up, gang? How are you? Okie Folks Barbecue. There's Gerald again. Uwe Braun, my favorite German cook, barbecue cook. Been a minute. What have you been, Uwe? We miss you. Burley Gunter 360 Barbecue. What up, guys? Tammy Robey. Hello. What's up, Tammy? Thank you. Welcome in. and the chopping block. Evening Bloods, Trap House Mob in the house. John Turner also riding. Colin McElrath riding. We love you guys. Thank you very much for riding with the So Smokin Gooder Show. We love you guys. All right. Ty, are we good? Are we covered? Are we ready to roll?
Yeah, I'd like to play that video that Art made for him, for the champions that we're about to bring on the show here.
Let's do it. Well, let me introduce real quick. We have the IBCA. We love celebrating all barbecue sanctioning bodies here. Of course, you've heard me talking KCBS, CBA, Outlaw, Lone Star, and of course, IBCA. And tonight we're celebrating the two top dogs in the IBCA 25 season to 26. That goes from August 1st to July 1st to June 30th, kind of like the show. And that's when that's how that season goes. So we're going to have Jamie Robey from Flirtin with Disaster. He is the grand champion, the numero uno in the IBCA sanctioning body. And then we also have Aaron Cruz from JWS Services and Cruz Brothers Barbecue. They're joining the show. Play that video and then we'll get them on time. All righty. Yes. Thank you again. Shout out to Art. We got many more cool stuff coming up all along the way from our media mogul, Art Gonzalez. But anyway, let's bring them on one at a time. Of course, we got to bring the GC, the numero uno, the number one cooker in IBCA for this past season. We're talking about Mr. Jamie Robey from Flirtin with Disaster. Looking sharp tonight. Look at this guy. Look at that guy.
Hey. Sorry.
What is up, Jamie? Welcome back to the show. It's been a couple of years since you've been on the show. I remember you led off the year 2024 with us on a January. I remember that because for whatever reason, it stuck in my head that you led off that year. Congratulations on your amazing season.
Thank you.
And you are a veteran. We're going to get to everything about that, but thank you for coming on the show, and let's talk about this amazing season. But let's bring on our second guest of the evening. We got two of the top dogs in IBCA. He was the number 2 cook in IBCA this year. We're talking about Mr. Aaron Cruz from Cruz Brothers Barbecue, also with JWS Energy Services. What is it? I see you mention Cruz Brothers. I see you mention JWS. What is it, Aaron?
It's typically JWS, but I mean I still put Cruz Bros also.
JWS is your company, I guess.
It's my friend Jeff Williams. He's a sponsor of mine.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yes, sir.
Very nice, very nice. Well, welcome to the show, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all coming on and taking a moment. We're gonna spend some time. I know both of y'all have seen that Jamie's been on the show. Aaron, I know I see you in the comments, so I appreciate you as a Gooder Gang member. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna be talking barbecue tonight, and obviously talking about y'all's amazing season that y'all had, and then we'll get to some rate my boxes, and then I don't know. I know, Aaron, you already asked me about it. Jamie, it's been a while since you've done it, but we're going to later. I just want you to think. I'm going to give you a little bug in your ear to think about later. We do the Mount Gooder of barbecue, which are your top 4 people. Maybe you have inspired you, helped along the way. Just 4 people that you want to put on your own personal barbecue mountain, and then 1 gets in the gift shop. So there's 5 total. 1 is in the gift shop, 4 on the mountain. There's Jen Lee. What's up, Jen? And then your barbecue homie, somebody you talk to all the time, somebody you want to be around when you set up, whatever it may be. So I just want to put that bug in your ear because we're going to ask you about it a little later. Well, let's talk about this season this year, guys. What an amazing year for both of you. Jamie, I would say you've been around the block. Let's talk about, please reintroduce yourself to the Gooder Gang. Like I mentioned, it's been a couple years since you've been on, but take a moment, tell us your name, where you live, and how long you been doing this wild and crazy sport of competition barbecue? Because I love seeing you around, and it's great to have you back on the show, my man.
Well, thank you. It's still an honor to receive recognition for this. Didn't start out to do this. Randall and I started this season going, hey, the heck with the points. Let's just run and have fun. Let's go cook events we want to do. And then that needle got in my arm. Look here. Look at the points. Look at this. Look, if we do this and if I do that and so on and so forth. And then here it came. But that's a 12-second rundown of just how the year went. But just as a review, I say my name's Jamie Robey. I'm the other half of Tammy Robey, which she's the fun one, the one that everybody asks about at every cook-off. How's Tammy? Why isn't she here? Why are you here? And why
Where's
are you
Tammy?
So we live in Cold Spring, Texas, up around Lake Livingston. Like living out here in the country, but do our commuting to work. So you live where you want to live. You do what you got to do. But
when did you start? Texas, when did you start in the comp
Texas.
scene?
I'm sorry.
When did you start in the comp scene, Jamie? What year did you start in the competition?
What year? Oh, it's going to be around 2010, 2011. Okay. Like I said, we're like everybody else. Then it's a party. It's feel more coolers full of beer than we have meat, and
good time.
That was the game. And then we both sat and looked at each other one day and said, "Losing sucks." So let's get serious about it. And we turned it up and got to play. And got better at it, but it went from being just something to do to what we love to do.
Wonderful.
I tell folks that hunt, fish, golf, ski, chase wild women. We go buy meat and burn it and give it away to people we don't know.
And then let them judge us on it too.
And let them judge us. Yes. What's wrong with that?
Let them judge us. All right, Aaron. Thank you, Jamie. But Aaron, please introduce yourself. This is your first time on the show. Thank you for being a first timer. I love Ty and I love and have first timers on the show. Like I said last week, that's part of this show. That's the mission of the show, is to showcase people out there doing really well and taking the time and effort and using what they've learned and everything to grow this sport. So thank you for being on the show, Aaron. Please introduce yourself, my man.
Well, thank you for having me. And first off, I want to say Team Wingtip. We've been cooking since 2017. Really didn't hit it hard, man, until about 2019, and it kind of just took off, man. We were learning every cook we were doing, we were learning, and man, it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I've made some really good friends out here, and as for this season, we started off in the beginning of the season, and we weren't really thinking about chasing points either, and kind of had slowed down during the winter time and started back up at the beginning of the year and slowed down again. And I had stopped checking the scores. I think I was like sitting at number 2 at the beginning of the season. And we were at a cook-off, and my buddy Richard had asked me if I was still chasing points, and I was like, man, I had given up on it. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're number like 8 or something, number 9, something like that. And man, we just kind of took off and it's just grinded it out towards the end. But I did miss quite a few, man.
I love it. So you started in 17, kind of really started taking it serious. What, 2019, somewhere around there? What was it?
2019. We stopped buying truckloads of wood, for our old stick burner, and got us some drums and just kind of took off, man.
All right. Well, let's talk about this season. Both of y'all said, and I feel that because a lot of teams that get into a points chase, some of the teams out there, they start, hey, we're going to be the number 1 team out there in this sanctioning body, whatever it may be. But a lot of teams start kind of like you did. Let's have some fun. Let's go out there. Somebody says, hey, what are you doing? You're sitting in 8th. Why are you not chasing right now? That to me is how a lot of people get involved in a points chase. They sit there, and they've got 6 months to go, and they're sitting there and in the top 20 or whatever. Like, hey, I got a shot at this. I can do something like this. And I love to hear that both of y'all did that. But Jamie, when was it that moment this season? You know, that y'all season starts in July to June, end of June. So about what part of this deal were you like, okay, let's do this? Because you're not new to the point scene in the IBCA. Yeah, I've seen your name quite a bit up in the top 10, top 5-ish, right?
Well, you know, like I said, last year I finished number 3, and I was perfectly good ending it all right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You know, because the 1s and 2s are monarchs in the game, and I'm good enough right there. That I'm a good enough guy. You know, I know a lot of the top people are perfectionists. I tell folks I'm the guy that says, "Oh, it's good enough," and but there came a point, 2.5, 3 months ago when I came onto something that started working, and I attributed a lot to my equipment. I integrated some new equipment into my routine, and that helped I still will say my equipment's way smarter than I am. So if you can afford the good equipment, do it. Fortunately, like I say, Tammy's my sponsor, and she rarely says no when it comes to stuff. But anyway, at that point, I said, well, here we go. And I'm watching Matt Casper at the top, and I'm watching Rita at the top, and I'm watching, they go back and forth. And then, I said, this Aaron guy, he coming up the fast lane. And we watched you zoom on. I was telling the guys before the show started, I said, I haven't met Aaron yet, but I've been watching it. It's scaring the hell out of me. But, got to give a big shout out to Matt Casper. I mean, he was really railing on us, there for the last couple of months, and then that last event, that last event there, Aaron, you pulled it out and put it on him. So good job. But
thank you, I appreciate it.
You got to give Matt tons of credit for what he did.
I will. Matt's sitting in third. It was tight. I'm looking at the stats right now. 17,234.0 was third place. 17,244. So you got him by 10 points in an entire season.
It was wild, man.
Jumping for the I'll say reserve overall team of the year. That's pretty awesome. And then Jamie, you kind of ran away with it, my man. You were up.
Well, it didn't sink in on me really until I GC'd out in San Saba at the Cal Camp cook-off when Ira came up afterwards and said, well, we can't catch you now. I said, I didn't know you were chasing me. But he said, no, we can't catch you. I said, I don't believe that. My Arkansas math is not that good, and there's got to be a way. I said, if anybody can figure out a way to screw up bad enough to get points deducted, I could do that. I could turn in a rib that people would spit out, and they say, all right, minus 200 points from that guy.
Hey, you said something earlier that you're one of the guys that are, just good enough. It's good enough. Let's send it, right? Are you not? Are you still that way, or did you go a little more ultra focused in the last couple months?
When it came down to it, and I thought this could happen. Good enough isn't good enough. I'm not ever going to be a perfectionist. You're born with that. I wasn't, but I tried harder. I said, when you're finishing your product, you've got it there on that counter and you're finishing it, getting ready to put in the box. Don't add this or do add that. I'm the world's worst at adding too much and ruining it.
I will ask y'all some of the things you've learned over the past season, and I'll ask y'all that in a little bit later. But Aaron, same question to you, sir. When did you look up and say, you kind of mentioned your buddy was what part of the year was that, and when did you actually start really going for this thing? Because as Jamie mentioned, he saw you down there and kind of stayed like, who's this Aaron guy climbing the ranks there? And the last week of the season, you had a big move there, right? So when did that shift happen this season? Because I always love hearing those stories about, when teams that do make it towards the end of a points chase and they're sitting at the top, there's always kind of like a aha moment, like this is doable. Let's do it. Let's go for it.
So I think it was in March when we had that conversation, and like I said, we were just taking it cook off by cook off and just trying to put out the best we could, and then the last few weeks, man, it was we had climbed up, pretty quick. And tell me why last week I'm running the results through ChatGPT to see what we can do.
What did AI tell you?
Yeah, well, it gave me a rundown. That
it said you better win, bitch.
You know, I thought I was the only nerd doing that.
No, I was too. And
Yeah,
basically,
give me the top 12. You know, Matt's top 12 and my top 12, and what's my next one to kick out? Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, so basically, it said you'll never catch Jamie.
Yeah. You didn't need an AI to tell. I could have told you that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew it too, and I was like, God dang it, you're right. Like, I am not catching this, man. And we were really just shooting for number 3, and boy, let me tell you, them 4 IBCA reserves had really helped a lot, and we broke that curse last week, and landed us a GC.
Yeah, you what 4? Would you have 4 reserves in a row?
We had 5 RGCs total, 1 in CBA, but yeah, we had 5 in a row.
Wow. That's solid. That's cooking, bro.
Something.
Yeah, that's being consistent. That is cooking. That is now dialing in your product. That's pretty solid. And then so last week you broke the curse at the very right time you needed to.
Yeah, exactly.
So did Chat GPT tell you needed to win an event to leapfrog Matt?
It told me that I needed to win last weekend, and it just depended. And so it said Casper had to have a bad weekend, and which he didn't at all. Yeah. And it said Randall was supposed to not finish in the top 5. Yeah, it just, like I said, it broke it all down for me.
It's doing predictions now.
Yeah, man. So I don't know what the results were over there, but I was making calls and trying to find out who got it over there, you know. But I'm
gonna start Chat GPT and
I seriously thought I was the only one doing that.
It's like, should I go here, this place, or that place, and see what it says now? You know, that's now instead of just money, location, and cause, and we're gonna also add Chat GPT to selections.
It was as simple as bring up the points and cut and paste. I would cut and paste my top, my finishes, however many there was, plug them in there and say, all right, now show me my top 12. Ruling that out, and then take the next person and post it, and I compare mine to that. And it's all about how you put it in, what 100%. You get out of it. But when it started picking up names, because I was running neck and neck with Rita on chicken then, and they said, "Do you want me to figure out Rita's chicken points for you?" No, now stop it.
Hey, I will go over because it is worth noting the overall. We'll go top 5. Jamie Robey, Aaron Cruz, Matt Casper, Randall Kendrick, Ira Green. Those names are Ira, Randall, Jamie. Y'all have been pretty mainstays up there. It's great to see Matt up there. Rita is in 6th place. It's really cool. And then of course Aaron, the newbie, coming in at 2nd. And then in chicken, Rita was the number 1 chicken cook. Jamie, you were 2nd. Randall, and then Ira, and then Aaron. Is Rita a team wingtip or no wingtip? Do you have any idea, Jamie?
She's semi. When I catch a glimpse. It's semi. I mean, it doesn't look like full wingtip, but it looks like semi. But we are all tiger stripers. So.
Oh, and all tiger stripers.
As of the last 2 cook-offs, I've gone to diamond plate striping.
Okay, all right. What about you, Jamie? Are you team wingtip or no wingtip?
Oh, I'll go either way. I don't care.
No, you don't care.
No.
Whatever. Just how you feeling that day.
Yeah.
All right. And then pork ribs. And then ribs, we had Richard Garcia turned up out of Region 4. Caleb, Ira, Rita, and Jamie. So those round up the top 5 in ribs. So Jamie, you're sitting pretty solid right now. Number 2 in chicken, number 5 in ribs. And then in brisket, Jamie, you cracked it again. So we got Matt Casper, Ira Green, Aaron Cruz, Jamie Robey, and James Garza sitting out there. How about James with the Republic of Q? And again, the top 5 was Jamie, Aaron, Matt, Randall, Ira, and Rita was in 6th place. So what a great season, guys. That's tight. All those scores were pretty tight, and those are some solid cooks in the IBCA sanctioning body for sure. Real quick, let me take a moment. If you guys are new here watching this show, we do this each and every Wednesday. Thank you very much. We are 60 strong across all of our platforms. Thank you very much. Please share. Let's get this Thank you. There it is. Like, subscribe, share. But do us a favor and share. It's very important that we get the word out for these wonderful guests tonight. Jamie, 2026 overall team of the year. You killed it up there. Number 2 in chicken. We just mentioned that. But you celebrated a milestone this year, your 20th grand champion in IBCA. That's pretty solid, man. What did that mean to you hitting that milestone achievement?
That was just never in my bag of things to do, and then I found myself there, and I couldn't, because I remember Randall getting 20, and then Ira and Caleb, a few others, and I thought, I'm part of the club now. Maybe I'm part of that club, but that was another light that went off in my head. That hey, been at this a long time, and it's been okay. And if I had to quit tomorrow, I'd be good. It's
well, you ain't, thankfully. You're still going at it. I love it. Unfortunately, we don't see Tammy out there very much anymore, but we love your wife. We love her out there. Wine a bit, barbecue for those in the know.
She's my behind-the-scenes consultant. So before I turn any box in, pictures go to her, and she approves them for turn-in.
As it should be. It should be right there. Very cool. I love this logo in the bottom corner because I have a question for Aaron Cruz. Colin McElrath with the West Texas Barbecue Bash, or the Texas Barbecue Bash, which is a great organization. They're sponsors of our show, but not only that, I have the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Every time I see videos, every time I see you guys having a wonderful time at these events, he puts on an amazing competition. Aaron, why don't you talk about the Texas Barbecue Bash before I get into your stats and your successes at the Texas Barbecue Bash? But talk about that event, man, and what does that mean to you, and just kind of give us an idea of what to expect out there, because it's pretty special.
Yeah, well, the Barbecue Bash, like I said, or like Colin has said plenty of times, they are a nonprofit organization, but they do a lot of good for the communities, and that event has always been near and dear to my heart. That's where I had my first GC at, and I mean we've cooked them all but one, I believe, and people always ask, where is the party popping for sure, and I got to be honest with you, it's definitely in West Texas. It's wild. It's a wild event for anyone that ever cooks it. If you ever get a chance to cook it. You just be ready to feed the public, and have a good time. You got to do it all, man. It's a fun event. It's a really, really fun event.
So it is unique because you are asked to feed the public, right? You are asked to do some of this,
absolutely.
Right? So what can you expect as a competitor at the Texas Barbecue Bash?
Well, like I said, you gotta. I mean, they bring out everybody brings out the hired guns, and it's always tough. It's never easy. It's definitely never easy.
Nope.
And of course, you have to again feed the public, and it's. I mean, anyone that's ever cooked the CBA, it's still all rules apply, and it's just a fun time. It's a really, really fun time.
Thank you, Liv. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for sharing. It's like I mentioned, man, I always have the fear of missing out, the FOMO, because what an amazing, the stage, the music, the celebrations. It just seems like everybody's having a great time out there. But let's talk about I talked to Colin. I was doing some research on you, and, I also did a little chat GPT and just checking you guys out. And it said 4-time Texas Barbecue Bash Grand Champion. And I'm like, I know there's 2 a year, but I know it hasn't been around that long. But I sent a message to Colin. I was like, is Aaron 4-time GC? And he's like, yep, 4-time GC of the Texas Barbecue Bash. I don't know how many events there are out there, but you probably won half of them, brother. That's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. What is it about that venue or that contest that you just feel confident going into it?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. It was the first one we did. It was in Karnes County, and there was some solid cooks there. We ended up winning it, and then so I thought it was done. Like, okay, we'll be back next year. So and then Colin tells us, no. There's another one. It's in Monaghan's. Where the hell is Monaghan's at? Oh, it's only 7 hours away. It's in West Texas. Oh, well, you guys got to go. You're the defending South Texas champ. So we rode on over there and did the same thing, and at the same time feeding the public and staying up late, cooking pork butts for the next day, and going home with the GC, and coming back to South Texas. I should have won that one, Colin, and everybody knows it. The scoring system was a little wild at that time, and I don't know how we finished 7th, but we did. It's neither here or there. Then we went back to West Texas and won it again. Came back, and they keep getting harder and harder every year. Every year, it's like I said, it's not easy, and it's anyone's game on Saturday. And went back to West Texas and won it again, and then the rest is history, man. It's been the bashes are one of my favorite events on the calendar.
Wonderful. You are killing it at the bashes. That's awesome. I know you'll be back again. It's coming up again real soon. Absolutely. In October. It's gonna be here before you know it. But let's talk about some of the meats, guys. What, Jamie? You were obviously, we talked about you were second in chicken, but you were in top 5 of all of them. If I were to give you one meat that you're going to definitely feel confident and go at it, if you have to get a walk, right? You need this walk, Jamie. Are you gonna be pulling a chicken, a rib, or a brisket out of the cooler here? What is it to where you're definitely gonna walk in the top 5? You need a top 5, Jamie. What are you pulling out of the cooler?
I go in cycles, and the cycles are evil and hard sometimes. If I could get them all lined up, all those cylinders hitting at the same time, it would be great. But
that would be awesome. That's the goal.
But right now, I'm gonna pull a chicken out. I've been having fun with my chickens, and I don't mean in a funny way, but these diamond crosshatch. Randall did this on a dare. I've been tiger striping my chicken halves for quite some time. Randall said, "You ain't half a man if you don't crosshatch them." Open my beer and watch this, sir. And I crosshatched stuff. I got a little hasty baked steak cooker. Get that thing up to 560 degrees. I lay that chicken half on here for 30 seconds and turn it this way, just like if I was doing a steak.
Yeah. And
the prettiest crosshatch marks come across that chicken. And I'm not using any red rub on across that chicken. It's just an SPG, an all-purpose across the top, so that red stuff doesn't smear everywhere.
Are we cross hatching them before the season goes on, or
nope,
are you?
Nope. All I'm adding is an all-purpose to the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Let it dry on there for a little bit. Cross hatch them, then throw them on that Outlaw Ringo.
I got to see a picture of this. I really.
Oh yeah, they turned out so cool. Just
Jamie, if you don't mind sharing, you can send it to Ty, and Ty will post it. He sent you the link, and I'll ask the same thing while you're doing that. We'll come back to your chicken because I have chicken questions for you. But Aaron, same question to you, man. You need a top 5, brother. You need a top 5 to survive. What are you pulling out of the cooler? What are you turning in, man? What's your first pick? What's the number 1 pick out of that cooler for Aaron Cruz?
I think everybody knows this, but it's got to be brisket. It's got to be brisket for sure.
Oh, brisket. The granddaddy, the big boy, the Texas legend.
Sure.
What makes you feel so confident in brisket? Because this is great, because we all love to talk about brisket, my man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I wouldn't say mastered, but I mean, it's one of the ones that's been the best to me over the years. That's brisket doesn't let me down, especially when I'm using that hot dog water, like everybody says, like Brian Fox says in the comments.
I saw that comment in there. What is that all about?
They asked me for the injection, and I always tell them it's 2 cups of hot dog water. Make sure you're putting that in there. I gave a tell-all on my TikTok. I don't know if anybody caught that, but
oh hell, we'll go look at it now. We'll go check it out for sure.
there's a tell-all on my TikTok of brisket injection.
Of your brisket injection. All right, well, that's good to know. Look at that. Shut up and listen, ladies and gentlemen. Go check out his TikTok. How do we find your TikTok?
I think it's just Aaron Cruz. I think it's Aaron Cruz at TikTok, something like that.
Oh, there's only one Aaron Cruz. There's probably like 20 of
there's 1,000, I'm sure, but yeah.
Well, you got to search. You got to hunt for it. Aaron Cruz on TikTok.
Mostly everybody in barbecue. I mean, obviously we all follow each other, right? So everybody's on there.
Very cool. But all right, well, let's talk while he's looking for it. Let's talk brisket, man. Where do you source your meats? Is that we're not going to talk techniques or anything like that. Obviously, you put your injection on TikTok for everybody to see, but we're not. This isn't that show. I do like to talk techniques and stuff like that, but we're not going to talk recipes or what you're using specifically. But what type of brisket are you bringing to the party?
I like a Snake River Farms. I'm not scared to cook. 1855s are one of my other favorites, and 2F Akushi. Those are really, really good too. I had a first with one of those in Beeville. Done well with them, but really the Snakes have been treated me the best. They've done really well for me.
Where do you live again, Aaron?
I live in B County, in Pettis, Texas.
You're in Alice, Texas. Is that what you said?
No, Pettis, Pettus.
Okay,
yeah, we're 15 minutes north of Beeville.
Okay.
From Karnes County, so represent Karnes and B County.
That's not the valley, right?
No, it's like literally right in the middle of San Antonio and Corpus.
Okay, all right, yeah. Old Roddy I always say anything south of Wharton, south of Buc-ee's and Wharton is the valley, but I know when we see palm trees, that's the valley. So y'all are way above that. You're like an hour and a half, couple hours ahead before that even starts.
Yeah, for sure.
So where do you sourcing these things? Are you order them online? You got them in HEBs down there? What you doing?
If I'm looking for an 1855, I'll shout out LB Select. I'll go and scoop it up from them, or typically go into HEB and finding the golds and finding everything that I need.
Love
at HEB.
Love it. Now I know you're obviously we're talking IBCA type stuff, so there's no burn ends allowed in IBCA. Are you still separating these things, or are you doing a whole brisket?
No, I'm just cooking the whole brisket, keeping it old school.
I like it. In IBCA, I'll ask this to both you and Jamie. How do you feel about fat on the bottom of your brisket?
Whoa, he froze.
He was asking, how do you feel about fat on the bottom of your brisket?
It's there. I don't want a lot of it. Get that soft white stuff off there, but I don't mind. I do not trim it completely off.
Yeah,
right.
I'm leaving a little bit, very little on the bottom, very, very little. I still think it has to look like brisket when it goes in that box and gets sent off.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to change gears here for a second because I saw a post that I starred here a second ago. Cesar Mejia says you're the best tell-all on TikTok. So I'm guessing that if people were to be listening to your TikTok, they'd be shigging all night, right? Tell a story about that. How did that happen?
So what he's getting at is, I had my meta glasses on and doing my injection, my world championship injection, and I'm like, the first thing you need is, and then I cut it off, and then I cut it back on, and I'm shaking the injection, and I'm like, that's how you make a world championship injection, and it just, it kind of went crazy. Everybody was, I was trolling, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, absolutely. While we wait for Rob to get back, I'm sure he had a camera. He bought a new camera, and I think it's outperforming our computers. But USA just went up 2-0 in the World Cup. against Bosnia and Herzegovina. We're at the 83rd minute, USA up 2-0.
Hey, Ty, I sent you those a couple chicken pictures. I don't know if you were able to get those or not, or even if I sent them right.
Oh yeah, you did. I got a couple things from you, so
Okay.
we'll be sure and get that on.
All right.
But I mean, before we go any further with the, I know we're going to get into. I hope you're thinking about the Mount Rushmore or the Mount Gooder of barbecue and the, barbecue homie and all that kind of stuff. But before we go any further, I wanted to talk to you about your military service. Do you mind giving us a brief overview of your military service? Era you served, branch you served, things like that. Kind of what we were talking about in the green room. Jamie, sorry.
Oh yeah, sure. No, thanks for asking. I served 13 years in the United States Air Force. Not because I'm brave or anything. It's because it was my ticket out of Arkansas, off the hayfield. But it was a great thing. Got down to Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. They cut all my hair off in 1981, 82, whatever it was. I looked at myself in the mirror. I weighed 120 pounds, no hair on my head. I said, I'm never going to get a date looking like this. The first chance I got, went back home to Arkansas, and Tammy still wanted to marry me. So I said, let's go. We're going to go see the world. So she went everywhere with me. The whole time we were in, we stationed Ohio, Utah, Oklahoma, Okinawa. 2 kids from Arkansas getting to spend some time, in Japan was priceless. So.
Yeah, I heard you. I mean, you talked about earlier, you formed a habits, you went through, and then you said you changed a lot of things and just started talking about barbecue. How has your military service kind of, maybe it piqued your interest? How has that been an influence on your preparation in the barbecue world?
I carry everything in my left hand. And if you're a prior military, you know what I mean. You don't
Right.
carry anything in that right hand. You keep that right hand ready for a salute. No. There is that attention to detail. There's things that I see in other military people that I try to remember to do, and there's some pride in what you do and how you do it, how you present yourself, how you present your products. Even, I was in jest saying a while ago, I'm that it's good enough kind of guy. Deep down in there's discipline and procedure. I need procedure to live my life. The Air Force taught me how to grow up and taught me how to follow procedures.
Yeah, I love having veterans on here. But Rob, I'm gonna give the show back to you. But you were getting clowned there in the chat when you left.
You know what? My dogs are celebrating a goal and shut off my whole power, man. She knocked it off, but we're all good. Thank you, Ty, for coming in, and I loved hearing that. We love talking veterans on this show as well. Thank you, Ty, for stepping in and being my co-host. I appreciate you. But I left off. I was asking you about the fat cap, right? I was asking both of y'all. I don't know if you answered it while I was gone, but sorry if you did. But I want to hear it myself. I know, Aaron, you've done some CBAs. Jamie, I think you've done a couple, but we have an opportunity to do burn-ins. I know we don't in IBCA, but you said you were leaving it on. You're leaving it whole. Are you happy? Are you okay with turning in a point and flat along with some fat under there? How's that work in the IBCA world?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay. I always leave some fat on there. I turn in point and flat. Point in the back and flat always in the front. That's just what I've always done, and it works.
Yeah, obviously it works for you. What about you, Jamie? Yeah, I've been separating them. I've found that I get a more consistent slice by separating them, and if I've got a really nice flat, I'll have a little fat on the bottom there, but I don't like any of the white snotty stuff. I'll cut it off, even if that means I get an inch, 3/4 inch slice, which I don't like doing, but when you're there, you're there.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you get a real thin flat, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, that's great. That's great to know. It's like you're cutting it off, you're leaving. I like that. As I was leaving, again, the U.S. scored. I do like this. Rob has checked out from the chat. I did check that. Where's Cesar Mejia had a good comment here that I needed. I was going to check out TikTok. I was going to check out your TikTok, Aaron, because I need all the help I can in brisket. That's true. That is not a lie. But I think brisket we all need. We know there. Twisted D, I love how many of us vets are in barbecue. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Donnie. It's awesome. All right, and Pete Trevino's in the house. What's up, Pete? How are you? He's giving you some shout outs.
Big Bertha
Aaron.
Foundation. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, what's that?
I said shout out Big Bertha Foundation also. That's Pete Trevino, nice. Man. They do really good stuff down in Corpus, man. They're good people.
Well, that is awesome. All right, we talked about your success, Jamie, at the Texas Barbecue Bash, and your season this far. And then and basically you're down in South Texas, so you got to. I know, but you venture out, right? You're not just staying down in South Texas. Is there a difference between the South Texas kind of judges versus anything else north of San Antonio, for example?
You're asking me or Jamie?
Yeah, you.
I don't. I mean, maybe. I cook the same thing everywhere I go.
That's good.
Everywhere. No matter where I go, they don't really like it too much down in Bandera, but I cook it. But yeah, that's what it is. I cook the same thing everywhere I go. I don't change anything. Nothing. Everything's the same.
Jamie, same question to you, man. You're not. I don't think you're changing much where you go.
No. I did learn something. Sometime last year, I went up to North Texas to cook, and I took my post oak with me. And all right, here we go. And I get up there and I see everybody else is using mesquite. And I think it was Lindsey Vincent said, "Well, look around here. What do you see growing around here?" I said, I thought mesquite was always just a West Texas thing. I didn't know it was a North Texas thing. So I actually carry mesquite with me for special occasions.
There you go.
Finish that brisket.
Wonderful. Well, before we get to the your Mount Gooder of barbecue, and we get to the barbecue homies, and of course at the top of the hour we always do the wrap up recap and the upcoming events segment. But what's one thing you learned about maybe yourself or your team or your obviously Jamie, both of y'all are pretty much self cooks, but what's one thing y'all learned about yourself chasing or doing these and doing all these contests each and every weekend? Is there anything that maybe you picked up that you'll continue on into this new season, which starts this weekend? Jamie, to you first.
I found a few things there at the tail end that I really liked the results of. Like I said, I've already told you about scoring up my chicken. I am not scared of busting the skin on a chicken half. I don't want it ripped open, but when I put these grill marks on it and it breaks the skin a little bit, that's an opportunity for me to put sauce on the meat.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Finishing my ribs on that Outlaw Ringo, getting a little drum smoke. Randall uses a term talking to me about drummy. It's got a drummy flavor. And he said, drums are killing it right now. And I said, how do you get a drummy flavor? He said, use the drum. So I incorporated that Outlaw Ringo in, and that helps. So I want to move forward more of that style.
I didn't even ask you what you're cooking on. I've heard you mention this Ringo. I know it's like an octagon shaped drum.
Right.
Well, talk about your equipment real quick before we get on.
This year my primary offset Outlaw 2460. It's not the biggest one. It's a nice mid-size pit, 24 across and 60 long, front load, bottom draft. That, and I was using just any kind of drum I had to do that until I got the Ringo. Liked the Ringo so much, kind of picked up on that double Ringo that Outlaw's making now, the Outlaw BFR, the big friggin' Ringo. I'm going to put that in for next season, so I'll have basically back to drums. So, to me, barbecue equipment is a buffet. I want a little bit of everything. And if I can learn to cook on everything, then good for me.
Jamie, I remember you and I had the same pit maker, that little trailer pit maker. Do you still have that
No. I
Okay.
sold that to a guy in Oklahoma, and he sold it back to somebody down here, and then he recently sold it to somebody. Yeah, that it's. I still see it around, but no, I don't have a pit maker.
What did you
now.
think? What did you think about that old pit maker?
I loved it.
I loved it too.
I've loved every pit I've used. The Jambos were just awesome. But I rolled into this outlaw stuff, and
what's up, Nick?
I think I'm done. I think I'm going to stay right here.
And last question for you, Jamie, before we get to the Mount Gooder barbecue, and then we continue on the rest of the show. Brian Fox has a good question. I mentioned a couple times. Texas Smoke. We've had, wine a bit with your wife. There was another one. Oh, 2 heads are better than ones. I love that one. That's my personal favorite. But you settled in on Flirtin with Disaster. When you Google Flirtin with Disaster, a rock band comes up, not so much a barbecue deal. But where'd you come up with that one? And are you sticking with this, or is there a name change in the future?
I'm a 70s rock and roll redneck. So Molly Hatchet in 1979 came out with that song Flirtin with Disaster, and I've been playing that, breaking speakers with that since then. I listen to the lyrics, and those lyrics mean something to me, and I just love the logo. So
I love it. As you should. It's it fits your of what I know of you. Flirtin with Disaster is a good one, because it's either going to be a team of the year type of result, or it could be
disaster.
Could be disaster. You never know. But Aaron, what's the one thing that you've learned over this last year in competing at the highest level and doing some points chasing and just kicking ass at the Texas Barbecue Bash? What's something you learned over this last year, man?
Honestly, I gotta say it's reading the crowd. Like not so much the cooks, but if I'm in a small town, and this is just, I'll give this up. If I'm in a small town, I kind of turn in my food sloppy, just to kind of fit in with the backyard crowd. There's a lot of backyard teams there. I kind of purposely plate a little sloppy, just to kind of fit in, and it's worked for me. It truly has. I've cooked a lot of small town events, and I've done really, really well with that I've learned. So it's pretty cool, and it's hard to do because like Jamie mentioned earlier, attention to detail. I'm cleaning up boxes, but if it's like that, I tend, if I'm in a small town, backyard cooks are in the house, I'm kind of just throwing it in the box.
That's great. That's great. What's a sloppy rib box look like? Not straight.
Yeah, just a little messy. Not so much blemish, but just kind of sloppy. I don't even know how to explain it. Just sloppy.
No, I know. We know, because we're all trying to make sure we're wiping down little fucking things on the side of a rib sometimes, and so
if you're
in a small town, just let it roll. Let it go. I like that. Hey, that's a great tip. Shut up and listen. Yeah. Another great tip. Listening to this show right there. Very cool. All right, gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break. You guys have a chance to go kick the tires, do whatever you need. We're going to come back with your Mount Gooder of barbecue. We're also going to come back with your barbecue homies, and then we're going to do some rate my boxes, and I'd love to see what your opinions are on some of these boxes. And Jamie, maybe you did send that box to Ty. I'm sure he'll post that. But we'll drop you down here. I'm going to bring Ty in here in just for a second, and then I'm going to go kick the tires as well. But Ty, let me get these up here. But thanks for stepping in when my dog cut my power off there. That's great.
Yeah,
you did an amazing job.
That was funny. Evidently,
not the first
my mic
time
was
it's happened.
Yeah, my mic was pretty loud, so I apologize if I busted everybody's ears out. Thanks, Mr. Keene, for letting me know what was up.
All good. What was the last thing? I guess that's it for now. But I'm gonna go kick the tires, and I'll come back, and I'll join you here in just a minute. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna play some music real quick, and we'll go ahead and do the wrap up recap. Just for an update, USA is up 2-0 against Bosnia-Herzegovina. About 2 minutes and 5 seconds left right now. Over in the Champions Barbecue Alliance, the grand champion for the Gregory Volunteer Fire Department cook-off was Alonzo Cantu with Gulf Coast Smoke. And the RGC was Robert Smith with First Class Barbecue.
It's the what?
So Smokin' Gooder Show.
It is the So Smokin' Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? Yep. You can handle this? There we go. 3.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smokin' Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smokin' Gooder Show.
I feel like I get told that all the time. You said that wrong, dummy. Centerpoint Pirates cook-off. The grand champion was Phil Breeden with LC Barbecue.
I'm Phil Breeden, owner and founder of LC Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smokin' Gooder Show.
Phil Breeden, he's an OG with the beard tug. And the RGC is Eddie Morales with the Pit Father Barbecue.
What up, Gooder Gang? It's your boy. It's your co-host, the Pit Father, a.k.a. Eddie Morales, a.k.a. 7. And you're about to watch the 300th episode of the So Smokin' Gooder Show. Congratulations, Rob. Let's go for 300 more.
Episode 357. I think I need to get with you, Pit Father, and update your intro. Over at the Ramirez Roping Arena Cook-Off, the grand champion was Rennie Gonzalez of Gonzalez Family Q, and the RGC was Fred Robles with Rio Valley Meat. He's Rio good. The SS American Memorial Cook-Off, the grand champion was Danton Townsend with Bayou Barbecue, and the RGC was Tony Piscina with Kicking Up Smoke. Over in the IBCA, the 21st annual QC VFD Barbecue Cook-Off, the grand champion was our guy and guest tonight, Aaron Cruz with JWS Services, and RGC was Matt Caspar with Rap Sack Barbecue. And over at the 7th annual Smokin' the Pines, I know some people that were there this week. The grand champion was Jamie Robey, Flirtin with Disaster, our guest tonight, and RGC Jesus Puente with Liniero Smoke. Over in the Outlaw. Pew, 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 pew. Appreciate that. That's a new thing from Art. Appreciate you, Art. Texarkana Air Show Barbecue Cook-Off. The grand champion is Lance Bracco with Chiefs Barbecue, and the RGC is Scotty Bryce with East Texas Smokers. Congratulations, Scotty. Lone Star, the Hotter Than Hell grand champion was Daniel Rodriguez with Smokin' D's Barbecue, and the RGC was Steven Lozano with Rockin' Hill Barbecue. Over at the Round Mountain Cider Mills Cook-Off, the grand champion was Chris Herring with Rojo Gringo, and the RGC was Albert Valdez with The Dude Barbecue. And the World Food Championships, the Austin, Texas Walmart Barbecue Battle, where our host with the most gooder host, Rob Rocha, was the host of that World Food Championship, the Austin, Texas Walmart Barbecue Battle. The grand champion was our girl, Jackie Milligan, with the banned song from Cardi B that's not allowed to be played with Team Chupacabra. And the reserve champion is Vincent Regino with Reggie Q Barbecue. And over in KCBS at the Giant National Capital Barbecue Battle, the grand champion was Titans of Barbecue, and the RGC was Sweet Belly's Barbecue. In the next barbecue battle, the grand champion was Getting Basted. I know that name. And RGC was Dr. Squealgood Barbecue. It seems like KCBS has some cool-ass names. Let's bring Rob in real quick and see what he says about that.
They do have some cool-ass names. Great job, Ty. You always rock that, and I appreciate it. Give me a chance to go kick tires and do it. But, yeah, some contest over the weekend that we just had. Shout out again to Jackie Milligan, where I was the host with the most over at the Austin, Texas Walmart Barbecue Battle. And again, you may see me in Indianapolis doing some hosting duties with the World Food Championships. Oh, we're not done yet? Oh, I thought you, okay, very nice. All right, we're going to do the upcoming event segment. in the Champions Barbecue Alliance this weekend. 4th of July weekend. Here we go. Shout out to Team USA right here. I just got a update here. U.S. wins 2-0. Me talking football. 2-0. Congratulations to Team USA. They go to the round of 16. They're going to be playing Monday night. I think against Belgium. No. Yeah, they will face Belgium in the round of 16 on Monday night. So shout out to Team USA. Go get you a Team USA jersey. Talking to myself. Let's go. Texas, Cookham, high stakes in Edinburgh, Texas. That is a state championship this weekend of the Champions Barbecue Alliance. We had in Shiner, the Shiner Half Moon Holidays in Shiner, Texas. Get you some damn good Shiner, Texas beer. That is also a state championship. And then in Massachusetts, we have the Stars and Stripes and Smoke, or Stars, Stripes, and Smoke in Somerset, Massachusetts. That is also a state championship. And I don't know how many bungs they get for the Jack, but if you're needing a bung for the Jack for an opportunity, it's probably a good one to go. That's going to be Sunday this weekend. It's the Stars and Stripes and Smoke in Somerset, Massachusetts. All right, over in the IBCA, we've got the View Flavor of the Pits in Plainville, Texas. That is also a state championship. And shout out to our man Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust. He presented a steak challenge. Anybody that's on Team Oil Dust for a $20 entry, you can enter a steak challenge in Plainview and get a really cool coin is up for grabs and cash as well. Over in Lone Star, nothing in real quick, Ty, nothing in the Outlaw Barbecue. So. Pew, 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 pew. But in Lone Star, we have the Kingsland Aqua Boom in Kingsland, Texas, and we got the Rockin' Barbecue Boss in Llano, Texas. That is also a state championship in Lone Star. Okay, over in the KCBS, there were many to mention. So you can go to kcbs.us and you can find out any and all competitions that are being held in the KCBS Barbecue Society. All right, let's bring back in our guests for the evening, the IBCA Grand Champion, overall Grand Champion Team of the Year, Mr. Jamie Robey with Flirtin with Disaster, and we have the overall Reserve Team of the Year. We're talking to Mr. Aaron Cruz with JWS Services and Cruz Brothers Barbecue. Welcome back, gentlemen. Hope you had a nice little break there, but we're going to get right.
Can't hear no sound.
You need to, Jamie, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Aaron needs to recycle. So while he is doing that, I will just start with you, Jamie. Again, congratulations on your season. It's been great.
Thank you.
Hell of a year. Team of the year. That's your first team of the year in IBCA?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
Thank you. It is.
How you feel about that?
I can quit now.
What are you going to get a chair? What do you get for team of the year now in IBCA?
Never got team of the year before. So
okay.
So yeah, I'm sure there'll be a chair. I don't know. I've heard that. You remember when they used to have the showdown? There was a traveling trophy that
I do.
Well, I think that's going to Cook of the Year now. Your name on that. So
what happened to that? Is that no longer an event any longer?
I don't know. I'm kind of out of the loop. I know it didn't have it last year, but
all right, Aaron, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, you can hear me now. All right, so we're going to go into your Mount Gooder of barbecue. I kind of gave y'all a heads up earlier in the show. I wanted y'all to think about that so you can put your best foot forward. But these are 4 people on your mountain, whether they helped you along the way, inspired you somehow. It can be whatever you want. We're getting a little more lenient if you want to. It doesn't matter. But whoever you want, whoever your 4 people are on the mountain, you get 4 on your Mount Gooder of barbecue, and you get 1 in the gift shop. They almost made it on the mountain, but they get this cool little bobblehead, as you see down in the right-hand corner there with Caesar and Bill Purvis there. But who wants to go first? Who's thought about this and who wants to go first? I'll let you know what? Let's let the reserve champion go first. We'll let Aaron Cruz go first. And when Jamie, you'll close this one out.
Okay, man, I've been thinking about this all day. Man, but
It's a big deal.
so so if I have to say, the first one on my Mount Gooder has got to be Ernest Cervantes. Just he's done a lot for barbecue.
The Pope of barbecue.
Yeah, for sure. And Matias Serrata is another one. He's an OG. He's gave me a lot of whoopings when I first started. And then I would have to have Kevin Hernandez. He's helped me a lot over the last year, over the last few weeks. And definitely Fred Robles, for sure. These guys they've done a lot for barbecue, and I like to see that, man. You know,
That's a solid list. Ernest Cervantes, Matias Serrata, Kevin Hernandez, and Fred Robles. That's a solid one. We'll come back to your gift shop person.
Okay.
So you can take a moment for that. But Jamie, let's hear your Mount Gooder of barbecue, my man.
All right. Well, you're gonna kill me on this because I'm gonna go a little different.
You're good.
Because there's no rules. There's no rules, and I'm gonna take that advantage. So first and foremost, I wanna put the Lord God, my Savior, up there on top first.
Amen.
Second was a close first, but second, Tammy. I've been inspired by her through this whole journey, and that's where she's got to be.
That's awesome, dude.
The other two, I have to group these. Now I've listened to this part before, and I've agreed with every name. I agreed with every name that Aaron said. They are on my list. Anybody that's been on here before me, I agree with every name on there. But I want to list my final two as two groups. The first group is that group I just mentioned. Everybody that's been mentioned before by the people that have come before me. They've influenced all of us. I remember looking up to them. You know, I can't talk to those guys, but they're gods. But I found out that was untrue. So there's that group. The next group are the people that do this every weekend. They come out and have a great time, struggle, and they are happy with that 9th place chicken call. They are ecstatic and can't wait for the next one. That group inspires me. So I'm sorry I didn't give specific names for those two.
You know what? I like it. You know what?
That's the best Mount Gooder we've had.
You know what? Hey, you got emotional. I love that. Your wife is a big part, and she's a competition cook herself. So this is she's inspired you and like you mentioned, led you along the way. And of course, the Lord Jesus Christ, amazing. And then and the people that you put the two groups in. That's a great job. Great job, Jamie. That was awesome. Okay, Mr. Aaron Cruz, you get a bobblehead. Jamie, I am going to hold you true to a bobblehead, though. There's no group bobblehead on this program tonight, so you're going to have to pick a name for a bobblehead. But Aaron, you get a bobblehead. They almost made it on the mountain for Aaron Cruz, but they get a cool bobblehead down in the gift shop on the way up.
Man, it's got to be one of my best friends, Ben Acevedo. He's got to be one of the bobbleheads for sure.
Ben Acevedo, Acevedo.
Acevedo with the B.
Acevedo.
Yeah, Acevedo.
Acevedo. Anyway.
Yeah.
Put the B instead of a V. My bad. Very cool. Who's Ben? How do you know Ben?
Man, I've been knowing him for a long time, and we used to work together, and we started cooking together, and we've cooked lots of weekends together. We've teamed up a lot of times. We've teamed up at big events. He's a good friend of mine.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, great bobblehead right there. And then Mr. Jamie Robey, who's your bobblehead, sir?
don't want to call him a bobblehead. He's more of a cowboy hat head. But Randall Kendrick has been good for me, not only in barbecue, but also as a person, in life. So I'm 100 years older than him, but he's taught me a lot just about being a person. So
awesome. Randall Kendrick is the bobblehead for Mr. Jamie Robey. Flirting with disaster. Very cool. All right. Well, that was a great segment, ladies and gentlemen. Great segment. And again, these are all special. These are all unique. These are all changing, ever changing to each and every one of our guests that come on this show each and every week. Again, if you're new to the show, we do this each and every Wednesday. We talk barbecue. We talk people that are special to our guests. And then we rate some boxes and we do that. And that's what we're going to do right now. But before we do that, if you are new and you are liking what you see, please share. Please share the show. We love that on this show. All right, Mr. Jamie, Mr. Aaron, we are going to rate some boxes. You know what we do here. And I know in the honor of having the IBCA Team of the Year and the IBCA Reserve Team of the Year, we're going to go on an IBCA scale. Normally we go on a 10, 9, 8, and 7. Tonight we're going to go on a 9 or 10. Do you get 10s? Do we get 10s in IBCA?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. We're going to do the same thing. 10, 9, 8, and 7. 10 is excellent. 9 is very good. 8 is fair. And 7 is poor and personal. But I think you can go lower in IBCA. Is that
5
true?
and 6. 5 is barf face.
5 is inedible. Inedible. Yeah. Okay.
Vomit.
All right. So if you see something you don't like, you really don't like really don't like, you can give it a 5 tonight. Tonight only. All right. Ty, how many boxes do we have tonight, sir?
I'm starting to get a few more. I think we got about 9.
9's a good number. We're already at 9:21 in the evening. Let's do it. Let's get the first one up there. So Ty's going to play some music. He's going to put a box up there. Gooder Gang, you chime in with your score. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 tonight. We got 6s and 5s tonight. Obviously, we got us a rip box right out of the gate. There you go. You can remove me so we don't have Mr. Aaron covered up here. But the Gooder Gang will chime in. Gooder Gang, do your thing. Let's be quick about it. And then we'll have our panel of guests here chime in here. Aaron, I'll let you go first on this one while the Gooder Gang is chiming in. What you think about this rib box?
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. I'm not really digging those 2 thin ribs at the end, but I mean, they look good. I'll give it a 7.
All right, they look good, but I'll give it a 7. I'll go next here. I do like the baked in sauce here, but honestly I would like to see a little more sauce on here. I do see some bass boating, meaning some seasoning on here. I'm actually okay with the color. I see what Aaron's talking about, the size here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you could have done yourself a little bit of justice by making 4 and 4 and making bigger cuts on these ribs. You would have had a bigger meat bite whenever they come into it and pull from it. That top left one is way taller than the other 4 to the right of it. So I am also going to give, you gave it what'd you give it, a 7? I give it an 8. I'll give this one an 8. Jamie, you're up.
Yeah, I agree with the 8. I would like to see some more shine.
Yeah.
Just a nice shine on them. I mean, they're symmetrical. They're even. I like a long rib.
All right, let's do the Gooder Gang. Bun gives it a 9. Art gives it a 9. Mike gives it a so many ribs and dark. April gives it an 8. Braden, what's up, Braden? Gives it a 9. Mike a 7. Michael Robertson an 8. Lance an 8. Gerald an 8. Tammy Robey is in the house an 8. And Joseph Hernandez a 7. All right, Ty, next box. All right, Gooder Gang, y'all be quicker, please. Y'all be quicker. Got us a brisket box. We'll let the Gooder Gang chime in before we do our chiming. But if they don't start chiming in, we'll go. Gerald gives it a 6.
He's a brisket king.
Yeah, April Renee gives it a 6. What's up, April Renee? Welcome to the show. Bun gives it a 6. Lorenzo an 8. Joseph Hernandez a 6. Michael a 6. Twisted D. Now, what if I told you those ribs were a 14-year-old's box? A little twisty, first ever high school. Okay. That was good. That was good. Ben's in the house. Ben Acevedo, 7. 6. All right. Ben, 8. 2 light. I'll go first here. I mean, fill the box, please. If you're going to, this starts at trimming. You know, the boxes are 9 inches across, 8 in that bottom. So cut your brisket to 7 inches before you trim. That way you're going to fit them all across the box there. Not only that, there's so much room in the front. You didn't space them out the way I would like to see them. But if I'm just talking about the brisket, it actually looks like it's juicy. It actually looks like it's flavorful. So we are talking appearance here. I am going to give this an 8. But I bet the brisket tastes good. Go ahead, Jamie.
I'm leaning more on 7 just because I see so much foil.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the slices have been mocked pretty heavy. You're covering up the beef when you put a lot of that sauce on the slices. So I'm expecting it to taste sweet when I bite into it. So my eyes are telling me what it's going to taste like.
All right, Aaron, go ahead, my man.
So I know Donnie just used his daughter as an excuse. I know that's Donnie's box. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. But there is a lot of foil on the front. I like to have seen a fuller box, but I mean, it looks good. It's just I don't like the foil. All the foil. Plus, it's not colored. The foil got to be colored.
No, it does not need to be colored. Don't start that again. What do you think of the fat in the front slice, though? Hush.
I dig it. I like it.
I'm down with it too, but some people don't. I like it.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
next
risky.
box tie.
That's very risky.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a crazy man.
I after listening to the show, like I say, shut up and listen. I think we have an idea whose box this may be, and I'll let them go last. if it happens to be that box. Gerald Johnson.
I can take
Brian Fox says that is Jamie's 7. Mike Gomez. Yep. Gerald Johnson burning my money. What's up, Gerald? How are you, my man? Gerald, I need to get you on, my man. Let me get you on. Lorenzo, 8. Nine, sexy, says Mike Gomez. 9 looks way better than I expected it to, said Bun. All right, 10. Go ahead, Aaron. Hush.
I'm gonna give it a 9. It's man, you got to be pretty damn brave to turn in something like that. It doesn't look bad. It looks really good. It looks, the colors on it. The color on it is great. The breast is fat. You got a wingtip. So yeah, I'll give you a 9, man, for sure.
I'm having a little shock to this. There, I don't hate it. I'm just not used to it. So if this weren't my first one to see, I'd probably be more used to this thing. But obviously it works because Jamie, you've been doing this for a little while now. So
that one was second. It was half a point away from first.
Half a point from first.
In Livingston.
I will give this a 9. I can't give it a 10. I can't give you my full love here because it's still shocking to me. But What I do gauge is I like the breast forward. I like the full box here. I like it's a full bird. I do like the color. So all 9s. I'm just kind of getting used to that whole checkerboard diamond there. But what do you think, Jamie?
Like I said, I like this so much better since I quit putting all sorts of rub on my chicken skin. Like I said, I give it a light dusting of an all-purpose and burn it.
I love
it. It gets a golden color off that Ringo, and then the sauce gives it the rest of the color.
Are you spritzing during the cook?
No, none. No. When I was using a red seasoning on there to give it some color, when I went to stripe it, it would smudge it all around, and it was just horrible.
Nice. All righty, next box guy.
It's a thing.
All right, we obviously got us a pork box here. Gooder Gang, do your thing. While the Gooder Gang is chiming in, Jamie, I know you've done pork in the past.
Yeah.
What do you think of pork?
I love it. I love that. That's a full box. I've got my choice. I'm a 10 all over that.
All righty. Tell me what you love about this box.
Well, the money muscles right there in the middle, and I've got some chunks, and I've got some pull. I love the options.
I love it.
Everything about it.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10, and for the same reason. You got it's a full box, and the color on it looks great. It looks great. I'll give it a 10.
I'll give it a 9. I do like the cut of the money muscles in there. They all look pretty similar. That to me, it looks like, and of course the pulled is hard to make pulled look pretty. I would like to see a little more sauce on the pulled, but the chunks are just kind of not my thing here in this deal. And if you're gonna do chunks, that is like the biggest pile there. I guess it's pretty equal, but anyway, it just my eyes go to it. Again, we're just doing appearance here, so I'm not killing it. I'm still giving it a 9, but it's a 9 for me. B, Braden gives it a 9, Lance gives it a 10, Lorenzo 9. Not a fan of the chunks, 9. Twisted D 9, 10. He likes the varieties. Mike Gomez 9, Tammy 9. Don't like the pull in the back. All right, so a lot of 9s and 10s. Which is exactly what we just did on the show here. Ty, what do you think about this box, Ty?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get another box ready. I would give this a 9. It I think may be a bad picture too after like all the critique you gave it from the pitmaster, but from the dishwasher side. Just wipe your lens off real nice.
There you go. Great advice, Ty. Great advice. All right, next. As he's looking for the next box, we probably got about 3 more boxes left on here, and then we're going to give some shout outs before we get out of here. But another pork box, ladies and gentlemen. And I am curious to hear what the Gooder Gang says here. Gooder Gang, do your thing, please, before we get the panelists in here. But shout out to Team USA winning 2-0 over Bosnia. So they are advancing to the round of 16. Gerald Johnson give this an 8. If I remember right, Gerald kicked butt in pork at the Cuero double. There was a double IBCA CBA. Sloppy and sauce not set 8. Real little gringo. There he is, Eric Cantrell. What's up, Eric? How are you, my man? 7. Too saucy. Mike Gomez, color off and looks in lots of space. 8. Okay, I'll go first here. So when you trim a money muscle, you get a true money muscle. Some of this is, you get some other cuts of the pork here. That's why that little, it looks like 2 different kind of sections here. However, they are still symmetrical, especially on the right side. The left side kind of curves a little bit here. I think you're doing yourself a little disservice by spacing them, as Mike mentioned. He doesn't like the space. I also don't like that. I think if you pushed them together and just had the space on the outside, it would have done you a little more here. However, I still like the sauce. I know some people are saying too saucy. To me, pork needs a little sauce here. It is borderline saucy. I can't give it a 10. I'm not going to kill it with an 8. I am still going to give it a 9. So, Jamie, you're up.
It needs tiger stripes.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
No,
I've seen that.
I'm
seen that.
An 8, right with y'all.
You're an 8? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Like I said, the space in the middle and the sauce needs to be even.
Aaron, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 also. Just there's a lot of space. I would have liked to have seen something filled in, maybe some chunks in the middle or something. But
what's y'all's initial thought on the sauce? Is it too saucy for you guys, or are you okay with that?
I think it's too saucy.
Jamie,
what's that?
What do you think of the sauce? Is it a little too much?
Yeah. It needs to be thinned off.
Okay,
it's too heavy.
All right, next box tie. So we have the top 5, number 2 and number 5 chicken cooks in the IBCA. And because I'm not cooking a lot this year, I'll still remind y'all. Number 1, 25 last year for CBA. Stop it, Ty. Stop it. Although I don't hate it as much as that. Is it a small town? Is that a small town box? No, that is a full box. That's just a big ass bird, Gerald. Little Gringo 10, Art 9. Plump. Come on, Gooder Gang. There's still 40 of y'all in here. Hashtag no wingtip, definitely 7. Good looking bird 9. So he gives it a 9. Twisted D 9. Lorenzo 10. All right. Chicken cooks in the IBCA.
Well, you know
Aaron,
what I think.
Aaron, go ahead, my man. What do you think about this bird here?
I would give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9 only because that I know you can't really help it sometimes, but there's a lot of puddling on that foil. But it's set right the way I would set it, and the color looks great. I give it a 9.
So if the cook would have just wiped that off beforehand, but you never know, it could have repuddled. He might have done it. And it
for sure. For sure.
All right. So that's a 9. Other than that, it's a 10. Yeah. Jamie.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 9. You know, it's a little darker than I like going, but it's not about what I like. It's what they like. Of course, you know what? In my mind, what's going to make it a 10 is some black stripes on it.
I'm going to give this a. I so want to give it a 10, but I'm also going to give it a 9. It's a little dark for my coloring. I would like to see a little more bass boat. However, I do like the viscosity. It's not heavily sauced. It's also baked in. It's perfectly sauced on here. It's just a little dark. I do love the big ass bird on this. This size of the bird, the wingtip that is tipped off. And I always say I'm team no wingtip, and I kind of started the trend here. But the fact that it's not there, even if it were there, it doesn't matter. I say if you're going to put a wingtip on there, char it. But don't let it cover that breast. That's all. That's the only reason I don't like a wingtip, because I want to see that big, beautiful chicken breast on here. The color is a little dark for me. It's a 9. But great job, whoever's bird this is. Great job.
How do they close that lid is what I want to know.
Yeah, that's a big ass bird. If you do have a big ass bird like that, it's no secret now. You can Pam the top of it, and if it does close on there, it's not going to kill you. All right, next. Ty, do we got maybe one more box after this?
I got you, boss.
All right, pick your best one, my man. Got us a rib box. ladies and gentlemen. It's a turkey, said Mike, that last one. Pass the mole. It did look like a little bit of that. And I'm down with that. I'm down with that. All right, we're judging the rib box here, ladies and gentlemen. Then we got one more box, and we're going to get some, give the guys some shout-outs, and then we'll get out of here, and we'll close this show for tonight. Braden, don't you go to bed, or it's summertime? My bad. It's summertime. Art Gonzalez, 7. Ooh, Art is not liking this one. 8, but they look delicious, as Mike Gomez. Braden gives it a 10. Be even and do 4 and 4, so a 9. Okay. 9, I don't like the pullback on the front bone towards the bottom, or second bone to the bottom of the back row. Okay. Little gringo, Eric Cantrell. I'll go first here, boys. I do not like this layout at all. You put 5 in the back, 3 in the front, and I see a lot of foil here. I just don't understand it. I would have done 4 and 4, unless you just don't like the tenderness of these bottoms, but I would have left one out to even it up a little bit here. Either do 4 and 3 or 4 and 4. I don't like this 5 and 3 here. However, if I'm just looking at the ribs itself, I'm not going to kill it. I like the sauce. I like the color. Hard to see some bass boating. The lighting is a little off here. 8 for me here. Aaron.
I'm going to give it a 9. I'd like to have seen it more even, but the color looks great. And they look great. Give it a 9. 9.
I like it. Jamie.
I'm going to go 8. And I agree with you, Rob, about the direction of them. I think I would have taken that bottom row and put across the very front of that box. That way, I'm the taste judge. I'm not looking right down and seeing foil. The foil in the back, that could be overlooked. I would also like to see a longer rib. That bottom row just looks like they've been trimmed way down to nothing. I think they could use.
That's true. Yeah, it could have come down another inch.
Yeah. So an 8. I mean, there's room for improvement, but definitely probably could do that.
All right, we got one more box, and we have not had a solid 10 here yet. We'll see. We'll see if we get one here. Even Jamie's checkerboard did not get us a solid 10. All right, this is the Rate My Box segment. Look at it. I love the overlay on the bottom. We got Rate My Box with the box down there. We got the logo. We got the Gooder Gang. We got Ty on the right. We got me and Art on the left here. And we got a big, beautiful bird in the center. But Gooder Gang, do your thing. We'll spend a couple more minutes here before we get out of here. It's getting towards the top of the hour number 2. Thank you very much to our guests tonight, Mr. Jamie Robey and Aaron Cruz. The Real Little Gringo 10. What you gonna hate on this one? Okay. 10. Turkey looks great. Foil looks better than the bird. 9. Colin McElrath, 10. Twisted D, 10. All right, we're gonna close this on a chicken. Aaron, you're up first.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I like everything about it. I got no complaints about it. It looks great.
All right, Mr. Jamie Robey.
I'm with Aaron. I can't say anything wrong with it. I would like to see this one get a perfect score.
Well, it's up to me, I guess.
No pressure.
Let me re-look at this thing. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is why I put the white background, because there's a weird hue or light overhead that makes the foil just, it's like the chicken is almost like blurry. So I'm gonna give this a strong 9, but the picture.
Oh no!
You think this is a 10?
Yes.
Okay, I think the chicken's a 10, but there's something wrong with this hue. Like, there's got to be a color off somewhere. That's just weird looking to me.
I was just giving it a dramatic pause, Ty.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a 10 all day long. I love it. Put that back up there. The cut of it, big beautiful breast, big thigh there, big full bird. Yeah, I see the foil. That's fine. It's a 10 for me. I would like to see a little more bass boating. It's a 10 though. 10 solid. All right, Ty. We're gonna close it off on a perfect score. Mike Gomez said party pooper. Colin McElrath, that's a 10. Yes. Rochelle, what's up, girl? How are you? 10.5. Lorenzo Rodriguez, 10. Had a lot of new names in here. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you to Jamie. Y'all brought some new faces to the show. Again, we do this show each and every Wednesday night. Appreciate everybody that's a part of this show. Appreciate my sponsor for riding with us. We're going to grow this thing bigger and better. But thank you to our guest, Mr. Jamie Robey, the #1 cooker in IBCA, and of course Aaron Cruz, number2 overall team of the year, but leapfrogged in the final week of the season. What a big accomplishment for both of you guys. Aaron, I'll let you go first, my man. Give any shout outs you want to get out here, and then I'm going to drop you down and I'm going to come say personally thank you, so don't go anywhere, but give some shout outs before we let you get out of here.
Want to give a shout out to JWS Services, my buddy Jeff, for always having my back. South Texas Barbecue Emporium, Texas Original, LB Select. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but shout out for sure.
They'll tell you tomorrow if you did.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Hey, Aaron, thank you very much. Congratulations on a great season. Thank you for being a first-time guest on the show.
Much.
Keep killing it, and I hope to see you out on the trail, my man.
Absolutely.
And in the bash, I expect a 5-time winner.
Don't put that pressure on me. That pressure's off already.
Hey, 4 in a row, bro. You're doing great. Well, thank you, Aaron. You were awesome. Don't go anywhere. I'll come back and say bye to you here in a minute. But Mr. Jamie Robey, the #1 cook in the IBCA, congratulations. What an incredible year you've had. A longtime veteran of the competition barbecue, a great ambassador for barbecue. You've done some really good things as a Texas barbecue cook for helping shape what we know now as Texas barbecue. Jamie, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Again, I appreciate you. But give some shout outs before we let you get out of here, my man.
No, thank you. This is a tremendous honor. Like I said, it was never in my plans, not at all. But I have to thank everybody that I've run across. My shout out is another generalization. I want to shout out to all those folks that are doing this and they got their first GC under their belt. This past year, I saw more first-time GCs in the organization I've seen anywhere ever before, and it just makes my heart happy to see these first-timers get that, and now they're hooked, and like I said, the needle's in the arm, and keep doing it. Just keep working at it. It becomes more than a passion.
Awesome. Jamie, again, like I just mentioned, you're a great ambassador for barbecue. Thank you very much. I'm going to drop you down, but I'm going to say bye. Don't go anywhere. I'll come right back here in just a second. Producer Ty, get in here, my man, please, sir.
You can never listen to what a dishwasher says about an awesome box. It's been a long day, man. I had a lot of yard work. I don't know where my head was. Sorry about that, Gooder game.
It's your vote, bro. But we liked it. And we wanted to close that out on a good note. But what do you think of our guest tonight, my man? I love hearing what your assessments after every show.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Jamie Robey beforehand in the green room and just getting to know him, the Air Force background, like very chill dude. Obviously, Jesus Christ, Tammy, and then all that came before, and then the family culture we talk about for his Mount Gooder barbecue. Man, that was freaking awesome. And, Aaron Cruz is a natural, man, like just sitting up there, I'm going to watch his TikTok now because I need to get some of those tips for the Danny Dietz World Championship.
Yeah, he was seducing us just sitting up there like this the whole show there. But what a great show. What a great deal. Ty, thank you very much for what you do. And again, shout out to Art. Ty, read the room, would you? But thank you to Ty, producer Ty. Thank you to Art Gonzalez. Thank you to our guest tonight, Mr. Jamie Robey, Aaron Cruz. My name is Robert Rocha. Again, we do this each and every Wednesday. We'll be back next Wednesday. We're not going to have a full celebration, but our 9-year anniversary happens on Tuesday. That'll be 7/7 of 26. We started 7/7 of 17. So 9 years will be on Tuesday. We will do a show on Wednesday, but I am reaching out to some of our sponsors to do a live show. So if you're in the Houston area, we'll do a live show on a weekend coming up within this month to celebrate our 9-year anniversary, which is a big deal. Not a lot of shows make it. You guys have seen shows come and go, right? So we're one of the long-standing. We're the second longest running live show of its kind. There's still one up there in Cleveland that is doing it. Shout out to Greg Rempe. But yeah, so we're one of the second longest, the longest running in Texas, most watched in Texas. So appreciate you guys and gals being a part of the Gooder Gang. We love you and we appreciate you. We'll be back next Wednesday with another great guest and another great show celebrating year number 9. But again, we'll have a 9-year party this month, and I will put those details for you upcoming, probably next Wednesday. So anyway, that's going to wrap up the show tonight. We will see you guys and gals next Wednesday. Shout out to the Gooder Gang. We are out. Case, close us out, my man.
Good night to all of you wonderful people in Barbecue Nation. You too, California.
For supporting the show. But thought I would mention one more thing before you go.